And it fell. How y'all doing this morning?
Howdy.
Around here we build it, we don't buy it. Y'all stay tuned to Shockley Build. It's all Shockley done. Y'all have a good day. Good morning, everybody. Glorious Monday morning, April the 19th, 2021. Look at that old pad down there. Gonna be down there working on that today. First things first though, last week my mom told me she was smelling gas when she was driving her truck. I thought, first thoughts, like everybody, you know, the filler neck or the one of those evap valves on the top or lines didn't come loose, you know. So I thought, well, I'll just take a look at it, drop the tank, patch it up. What I found was interesting. All right, so this is a 2003 Ford SportTrac, Sport Trac. I've already got it on the lift. Well, it was never moved it because I had to take the fuel tank out. Looked at everything. All the hoses look good. The fill hose looks good. I mean, look at that fill hose. It looks almost new. So, got the ladder out. My dad crawled up in there and turned the key on. Oh my goodness. This was a fire waiting to happen. So, here we go. These things are plastic. The whole, you know, what most of your older ones, I guess this is early 2000s when they started this, but it's plastic housing for the fuel pump. Right there. Maybe you can see it. There's a crack. I sure hope. Wait a minute, let me get the sun in that. See that little crack right there? Fuel, that's the return line. The fuel was just gushing in that thing. So there's no patching this. You can put a pot, see, you can try anything you want, but gas is gonna eat through it. So ordered a new one. Let's go get the new one. You can see how it comes with all this stuff, right? I found a motorcraft one at Rock Auto. Let's get this thing right here out here in the sun. Maybe I'm getting a little old. My eyes don't like the dark. So here we go. It is identical to that one. I mean, identical. Same problems. If you ever smell gas, we're gonna have to stop this thing and take a look at it. So let's throw this thing in right quick. Had to stop by Lowe's this morning, so I'm getting a little late start. It's about 7:30. Yeah, so I'm getting a little bit of a late start, but I still got a lot to do down there. I'm gonna start digging the rough plumbing, getting it starting to be set. I want to dig that trenches before I put the form boards up. Make it a little bit easier. There we go, that's a little better. So let's get this in, get this going. Just part of my life. I always build it, I always repair it, do things yourself, you know it's done right. So get y'all just a little bit. Okay, y'all see how this thing springs? See it? Got the springs right here. This thing, these rest completely on the bottom of the tank. It's missing one. No, it's not. So see, they're the same. I sure did think it was missing one though at first. I always look for stuff like that because you never know what's going on with it. Then it's just a matter of putting this thing in. Wait a minute, y'all see that plastic? I always look for stuff like that. How y'all doing this morning?
Howdy.
Just look for these little notches. Lining up with that little slot. And you gotta push down real hard. Make sure that this gasket is in the slot, in the hole. It's a rubber, it's reusable. Get it snug. Make sure you got no gap all the way around. Then it's a matter of beating it on. Okay, I hope this camera don't fall. Dang, I hope it don't fall. Here's a trick, okay? They make tools to get this off. All you gotta have is a good screwdriver, or a pry bar, or a chisel of some sort. I like something long, not no short chisel. And just and it fell. And it didn't break. Okay. Let me set y'all up a little different. Okay, just remember you're dealing with splashing fuel, moving fuel, some shifting load, fluid. It'll splash everywhere going down the road, especially when you hit bumps or potholes or stuff. Just remember how hard it is to get off. So that's about how hard you want it going back on. Of course, you know, it's plastic, so you gotta be careful with the threads, but you don't want no leaks, number one. You gotta drop the tank almost all the way down to get back to this point. And that's it. It's ready to go back in. You got some little caps right here you take off. Before you put the fuel lines on, I'm gonna leave them on for right this minute because I got to, all right, the fuel filler neck. It's a big old daggum lip on it, right? And it's straight. So it holds that hose. You almost don't need a clamp. When it's new, you do, but once you get a few years old, you don't need a clamp really, but. So this thing is, what, about 18 years old? You got to make sure you can pull this off before. I mean, I tried. I finally had to slit it and get it off. So I got to cut that filler hose off a little short, but it's still plenty of slack. It's like forward thought of it, you know, ever having to take the fuel pump out. Will it do it a second time? I don't know. I'm gonna put a little Vaseline on this when I put it on, so maybe I can get it off again later, because the hose clamp will hold it. It ain't coming off even with that any kind of grease or petroleum jelly, whatever you want, you know, whatever you want to use, you know, Vaseline, whatever. But it's not going to just pop off with a clamp on it, not with this lip that's on here. So let me get everything set up, and I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. Alright. Well, that's it, folks. I'll button this thing up, put it all together. This project's a wrap. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a great day.